If you crave the unknown, but fear the dark, then Delphi. After dawn is your sanctuary. As the first light of dawn breaks through the night, we embark on a journey into the mysteries that chill the spine. I'm your host, Jason King, and together, we'll explore the stories that lurk in the shadows. Each episode, we unravel chilling tales of unsolved crimes, police corruption, and heart-wrenching disappearances. Imagine a world where over 600,000 people vanished last year alone in the U.S., leaving behind only questions and heartache. Violent crime is on the rise, and the shadows grow longer each day. By joining us, you become a beacon for the voiceless, a light in the darkness. Together, we'll shine a light on society's darkest corners, uncovering the truths that hide in plain sight. From the eerie silence of abandoned buildings to the bustling streets where secrets are whispered, we leave no stone unturned. Tune in to Delphi After Dawn, where understanding is just a story away. Join us and let the journey begin. As we delve deeper, remember that every story has a heartbeat, a pulse that connects us all. We navigate through the labyrinth of human experience, seeking answers and shedding light on the unknown. So prepare yourself for a journey like no other, where every revelation brings us closer to the truth. Delphi. After Dawn is more than just a podcast. It's a community of seekers, united by curiosity and compassion. Together, we can make a difference, one story at a time. Join us and let the journey begin anew. In the shadows of the city, where secrets are commodities and trust is a luxury, one man delves into the minds of the monstrous. Welcome to the world of Jason King, a detective with a mind as sharp as a scalpel and a heart as resilient as steel. Beneath the ordinary scenes of daily life, grim tales of notorious serial killers lurk. Each one, unique in their madness, leaves behind a chilling legacy of victims and unsolvable puzzles. But the twisted minds of these murderers never elude Jason King. With every episode, the stakes rise. Every grim detail, each hideous crime, King peels back layer by layer. In a world where evil is the norm and horror is the narrative, Jason King remains steadfast. His mission? To uncover the dark consciousness of terror. His promise? Justice. This is Jason King's world, where crime is not just confronted, but comprehended. Dive deep into the chilling tales of serial killers with Jason King. In a world where shadows hide the truth, one voice dares to shine a light. I'm Jason King, and this is Crime Stories. Every unsolved mystery, every missing person, every act of corruption, they all have a story waiting to be told. We dive deep into the unknown, unraveling the threads of justice. Because in the world of crime, knowledge is power. Join our community of truth seekers and take control. Subscribe now to Crime Stories with Jason King, where mysteries come to life and the truth always finds a way. Why do countless UFO sightings vanish without a trace? Who hides behind the mask of corruption? And where do the missing really go? Hello, I'm Jason King, and this is Dive into the Dark Crime Stories. We're about to embark on a journey where reality blurs with the unexplainable. Imagine a chilling night. You're alone, and you spot a light in the sky. But it's not just any light, it's a UFO. Unsolved mysteries like these haunt our world, leaving behind whispers and shadows. Corruption festers in the darkest corners, where power and secrecy collide. You'll hear tales of deceit that will make your skin crawl. And then there are the missing. People who vanished without a trace. Their stories are waiting to be unveiled. Each episode will peel back the layers, uncovering truths that are stranger than fiction. Are you ready to step into the unknown? Subscribe now to dive into the dark crime stories with Jason King. Because sometimes the truth is scarier than the stories. The Chateau Des Amerois stands quietly, almost as if it is a sentinel of time itself. Like a watchful eye over the dense and ancient Ardennes forest in Bouillon, Belgium, it exudes an aura of mystery and grandeur. This castle has a history as amazing as its looks. Built in the 19th century, it has witnessed countless events and stories. Its architecture is a blend of elegance and strength, making it a true marvel. But there's also a creepy feeling about it. The mist that often surrounds it, the eerie silence, and the shadows that play on its walls, all contribute to an unsettling atmosphere. This makes it one of the most mysterious castles in Europe. Its secluded location and dramatic presence have inspired many legends and tales. Not many people know about the chateau. It remains a hidden gem, tucked away from the bustling world, waiting to be discovered by those who seek the unknown. But it has tons of stories. Some are true, some are made up. These stories have been passed down through generations, each adding a layer of intrigue to the castle's already enigmatic presence. These stories all mix together, creating a rich tapestry of history and myth. They intertwine, making it hard to distinguish fact from fiction. They make a fascinating puzzle, one that invites curiosity and exploration. Each piece of the puzzle reveals a new aspect of the chateau's character, and we're going to try to figure it out. Join us as we delve into the mysteries of the Chateau Des Amerois, uncovering its secrets and stories, one piece at a time. The chateau's story starts in 1847, a time when Belgium was still a young nation, having gained independence just 17 years earlier. The land where the Chateau De Amerois now stands was then a simple, unassuming piece of property. Count Colette Charles Gustave de Mesniel, a man of vision and ambition, bought the land. He saw potential where others saw just fields and forests. He built a regular house, a modest dwelling that served as the foundation for what was to come. This house was more than just a home. It was a statement of intent, but that was just the start. The modest house was merely the first step in a grand vision that would unfold over the next few decades. In 1858, Theodore van der New, the 8th Marquis of Ache, bought the place. He wanted something bigger, something that would reflect his status and aspirations. He built the first castle, a structure that was grander and more imposing than the original house. This castle was a symbol of his wealth and influence. But the chateau wasn't finished yet. The construction was an ongoing process, with each new owner adding their own touch to the evolving masterpiece. In 1868, Prince Philippe, brother of King Leopold II of Belgium, bought the estate. He had grand plans to transform the chateau into a royal residence befitting his lineage. Now, the chateau was ready for a big change. Under Prince Philippe's guidance, the estate underwent significant renovations, turning it into a majestic symbol of Belgian nobility and royal heritage. Something terrible happened in 1873. A huge fire ripped through the chateau. It almost burned to the ground, but the fire changed everything. It led to the chateau we see today. Prince Philippe wanted to rebuild. He hired the architect Gustave Santenoy. Rebuilding took place between 1874 and 1877. It was a huge job. The new chateau would be even more awesome than before. The rebuilt Chateau De Amerois is a super cool example of neo-Gothic architecture. It has tall towers and big stone walls. The inside is amazing too. It has fancy decorations, beautiful tapestries, and detailed woodwork. The park around the chateau makes it even prettier. There are giant redwood trees and even though it's beautiful, the Chateau De Amerois has a mysterious side. People whisper about secret groups and strange rituals. Some say the chateau is haunted. Others think it has hidden rooms. These stories have been around for years. They make the chateau even more interesting. But are these stories true? Or are they just stories? Is there something more to discover? The Chateau des Amerois is sometimes called the Mother of Darkness Castle. This spooky nickname makes people wonder what happened there. It makes you think about dark secrets. No one knows for sure where the name came from. Some think it's because of the supposed secret rituals. Others say it's because of a secret group that met there. Whatever the reason, the name has stuck. It adds to the chateau's creepy vibe. Even with all the rumors, there has been people that have came forward and said they have seen people dressed in dark clothes, performing blood rituals in the woods, on the land, at the Chateau des Amerois. No one has found secret passages, allegedly, but there has been eyewitnesses that have seen small groups of people in the woods, on the property, late at night, gathered in a circle, chanting. The owners have always said they have nothing to do with those things. But are they telling the truth? Why are they so secretive? And what's with the strange statues on the property that look like the Christian demon ball? And why is it positioned in a way to where it is mocking Christ that died on the cross? These statues on the property that are controversial hide behind the guise of being art. Yes, that is correct. When people ask about these statues, they are told they are just art, and most people don't even know these statues even exist because they are so well hidden in the woods of the property. Today, the Chateau des Amerois is a private home. It's owned by the Solvay family. They are related to the famous businessman, Ernest Solvay. You can't visit the chateau. This makes it even more mysterious. The stories and legends live on, They make sure the Chateau De Amerois keeps its reputation. It's a place full of mystery and secrets. It's a place where whispers from the past still echo. The Chateau Des Amerois reminds us of a time long ago, a time when the world was a different place, filled with mystery and wonder. This grand structure, with its towering spires and ancient walls, stands as a testament to the past. It's a place where history and legends meet, where every stone has a story to tell, and every corridor whispers secrets of days gone by. The Chateau De Amerois is not just a building. It's a living, breathing piece of history. Its real story is still a secret, hidden within its walls and buried in the annals of time. Many have tried to uncover its mysteries, but the Chateau des Amerois guards its secrets well. Is it a peaceful place or a place of secrets? The dense forests that surround it add to its enigmatic aura, making it a perfect setting for tales of intrigue and suspense. The answer is probably somewhere in the middle. The Chateau des Amerois has seen centuries of history unfold, and within its walls, the line between fact and fiction often blurs. The Chateau des Amerois shows us that true stories can be more surprising than made-up ones. The lives of those who lived here, their joys, sorrows, and secrets are etched into the very fabric of the building. It's a place where you can let your imagination run wild, where every corner holds a new discovery, and every shadow hides a tale waiting to be told. And it's a place where the line between what's real and what's not gets blurry with each passing century. The Chateau des Amerois stands as a timeless enigma, inviting us to explore its mysteries and lose ourselves in its stories. France, land of love, light and sophistication, a beacon of culture and refinement. It draws millions to its shores each year. But beneath this veneer of beauty and elegance, a darkness festers. An ancient evil lurks, hidden in plain sight. Whispers of this secret drift through the centuries, carried on the wind that sweeps across the French countryside. They speak of clandestine gatherings, of rituals as old as time itself. They tell of blood spilled, of sacrifices made under the pale light of the moon. These are not tales for the faint of heart. They speak of a place, shrouded in shadow and steeped in dread. A place where the veil between our world and the next wears thin. A place where the elite of society gather, their faces hidden beneath silken hoods, their hands stained with secrets best left buried. Their desires are as old as humanity itself, their methods as chilling as the grave. The truth behind these whispers is more terrifying than any nightmare. Are you brave enough to continue? History, like a weathered tapestry, is woven with threads of truth and legend. It conceals as much as it reveals, its secrets buried beneath layers of time. The story of France is no different. It is a saga of kings and queens, of revolutions and empires. Within this grand narrative lies the truth about the place we seek. To understand the present, we must journey into the past, peel back the layers of time, and delve into the heart of this enigma. At the heart of this enigmatic region, overlooking a desolate valley, stands a testament to forgotten grandeur. A sprawling chateau. Its once pristine facade is now weathered and cracked, consumed by creeping ivy and the relentless march of time. Gargoyles, their features eroded by centuries of wind and rain, leer down from the rooftops like grotesque guardians of a terrible secret. This, dear reader, is no ordinary dwelling. This is a place where history sleeps and nightmares awaken. The chateau's very stones seem to whisper of forgotten rituals and unspeakable acts committed under the cloak of darkness. Even the sunlight seems hesitant to touch this place, as if repelled by an unseen force. The air hangs heavy with the weight of untold stories, a silent symphony of despair and suffering. Locals, their faces etched with a lifetime of inherited fear, give the chateau a wide berth. They speak of it only in hushed tones, warning children away with tales of restless spirits and malevolent entities that roam the halls at night. But whispers travel, and soon, whispers turn into rumors, drawing the curious and the skeptical alike to the chateau's imposing gates. Few dare to venture beyond the overgrown grounds, and even fewer return to tell the tale. Those who do bring back fragmented stories, their voices trembling, their eyes wide with a terror that chills the soul. The chateau's history is a tangled web of half-truths and speculation. Records are incomplete, lost to time, or perhaps intentionally destroyed. But one name surfaces time and again: the Knights Templar. These warrior monks cast a long shadow over medieval Europe. Their wealth and influence were legendary. Yet, their story ended abruptly, consumed by accusations of heresy. In the early 14th century, the Templars were arrested, their assets seized. Many were tortured, forced to confess to unspeakable acts. Were these accusations merely fabrications? Or did the Templars harbor dark secrets? Local lore claims it was once a Templar stronghold. Were the Templars truly guardians of holy relics? Something that whispered of forbidden knowledge? Did they bring this knowledge back to Europe? Architectural anomalies within the chateau hint at a hidden purpose. Secret passages and strange symbols suggest an occupancy shrouded in secrecy. The accusations leveled against the Templars were not unprecedented. Throughout history, whispers of heretical sects practicing dark rituals have plagued the Church. Gnostic teachings, deemed dangerous and subversive, promised hidden knowledge and spiritual enlightenment. They spoke of a different god, a demiurge, who had imprisoned humanity in a material world. Could the Templars, exposed to such ideas during their travels, have embraced a forbidden faith? Did they seek to break free from the shackles of the material world to transcend the limitations of mortality? The chateau, with its maze of secret passages and hidden chambers, becomes a tangible manifestation of this secret world, a place where the veil between the physical and the spiritual is thinnest. It is said that the Templars, in their quest for forbidden knowledge, delved into ancient texts, uncovering rituals and practices long thought lost or suppressed. These rituals, whispered to involve blood sacrifice and the invocation of dark forces, promised unimaginable power. But at what cost? The Church, ever vigilant against threats to its authority, sought to eradicate such practices. But did they truly succeed? Or did the seeds of heresy, once sown, take root in the fertile ground of secrecy and fear? The chateau, with its air of decay and desolation, seems to radiate a palpable sense of wrongness, a lingering echo of rituals performed and sacrifices made. The chateau is a puzzle box of esoteric symbols and cryptic messages. Carvings adorn the walls, hidden in plain sight, their meaning obscured by the passage of time. Some are overtly religious, depictions of biblical scenes twisted into grotesque parodies. Others are more arcane, geometric patterns and abstract figures that defy easy interpretation. These symbols, dismissed by some as mere ornamentation, take on a more sinister aspect when viewed through the lens of the chateau's history. Could they be clues left behind by the Templars, or perhaps by an even older order, a trail of breadcrumbs leading to a hidden truth? Experts in ancient symbology have been drawn to the chateau, hoping to decipher its secrets. They see echoes of ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, Kabbalistic tree of life diagrams, even symbols attributed to long-forgotten pagan deities. The sheer diversity of these symbols is bewildering, suggesting a syncretic belief system, a fusion of different traditions all pointing towards a single terrifying goal: contact with something beyond the veil. The serpent, a recurring motif throughout the chateau, is particularly unsettling. In many cultures, the serpent represents both knowledge and chaos, creation and destruction. Was this duality intentional? A reflection of the dual nature of the power sought by those who met within the chateau's walls? Did they believe that true power lay in embracing both the light and the darkness, in transcending the limitations of morality? The heart of the chateau is a place of palpable dread. Descending into its depths is like entering the belly of a sleeping beast, its every breath heavy with malice. The air grows colder, the scent of decay more pronounced. The stone walls seem to press in, suffocating as if the very structure itself is trying to expel the intruders. It is here in this subterranean labyrinth that the true purpose of the chateau is revealed. A vast chamber, its ceiling lost in shadow, dominates the space. Torches, placed strategically around the perimeter, cast flickering shadows that dance across the walls, revealing more symbols, more carvings, each more disturbing than the last. A large circular stone platform dominates the center of the chamber. Its surface is stained dark, the remnants of countless rituals, countless sacrifices. This, then, was the stage upon which the elite of French society played out their dark fantasies, their thirst for power and immortality, eclipsing all reason, all morality. The chamber whispers with the ghosts of its past. One can almost hear the chanting, the pleas for mercy, the screams cut short. The chateau's shadow stretches far, casting a pall over the countryside. Local folklore tells of strange occurrences and unexplained disappearances, but none are as chilling as the vanished village. Rennes-le-Château, a quaint village, vanished one summer. Inhabitants disappeared without a trace, leaving empty homes. Whispers of the supernatural spread. Some spoke of a curse, others of a gateway to another dimension. The chateau was believed to hold the secret. The truth remains elusive. Rennes-le-Château stands as a reminder of the darkness beneath our world. In the years following the village's disappearance, stories of the chateau spread far beyond the French countryside. Artists, writers, and occultists made pilgrimages to capture its dark majesty. Jean-Luc Moreau, a painter, became obsessed with the chateau. He isolated himself in a cottage near the chateau. He sketched furiously, his eyes burning with intensity. His talent took a dark turn. His paintings became grotesque, nightmarish visions. They depicted hooded figures, monstrous creatures in twisted landscapes. Moreau claimed his paintings were visions revealed by the chateau. He spoke of being contacted by entities from beyond the veil. His sanity became another casualty of the chateau's influence. Before his mysterious death, Moreau left behind a disturbing chronicle of his descent into madness. Some believe his chaotic scrawlings hide a map to the chateau's secrets. Whether these are the ramblings of a madman or genuine insights remains a matter of debate. The chateau, shrouded in rumor, was purchased by Armand Dubois, a wealthy industrialist. Dubois, passionate about rare artifacts, restored the chateau, seeking its hidden secrets. His obsession grew, consuming his fortune and sanity. Dubois disappeared in 1937. His fate, a chilling mystery. The chateau remains, drawing in the curious, only to swallow them whole. Years later, a chilling account emerged from a forgotten asylum. Pierre Lefebvre, a former groundskeeper, was committed after a mental breakdown. Haunted by what he witnessed, his ramblings were dismissed as madness. A young doctor took detailed notes of Lefebvre's vivid descriptions. Lefebvre claimed Dubois believed human sacrifice unlocked the chateau's power. Dubois lured victims to the chateau, promising work or shelter. Lefebvre described hooded figures, chanting, and blood-curdling screams. He spoke of a hidden chamber where Dubois tried to open a portal. Lefebvre's fragmented account painted a terrifying picture of obsession and madness. Whether these accounts were true or madness remains debated. The doctor tried to bring Lefebvre's story to light, but faced resistance. Authorities were eager to keep the chateau's secrets hidden. The doctor disappeared mysteriously, his notes vanishing with him. The asylum, now abandoned, stands as a chilling reminder of the price of knowledge, a testament to the power of silence and the ease with which inconvenient truths can be buried, forgotten by all but the ghosts of the past. Even today, the chateau continues to cast its shadow, drawing in those who seek to unravel its mysteries. Some are driven by a thirst for knowledge, others by a desire for fame or fortune. But all who dare to pry into the chateau's secrets risk becoming ensnared in its web of darkness. In the early 21st century, a young journalist named Marc Dubois became fixated on the chateau. Convinced that the stories were more than just local legends, Marc embarked on a quest to uncover the truth. He scoured historical archives, interviewed locals, and even spent several nights alone in the chateau. Marc's investigation revealed tantalizing clues, connections to secret societies, whispers of government cover-ups, and a growing sense that he was being watched. Then, without warning, Marc's online presence went dark. His blog, once a hive of activity, fell silent. His social media accounts lay dormant. He had vanished without a trace, swallowed whole by the same mystery he had sought to unravel. Some believe that Marc stumbled upon something he shouldn't have, a truth too dangerous to be revealed. Others whisper that he got too close, attracting the attention of the same forces that had silenced others before him. Whatever his fate, Marc Dubois' disappearance serves as a stark warning to those who would seek to uncover the chateau's secrets. The truth, it seems, is a dangerous thing, a double-edged sword that can illuminate as easily as it can destroy. And as we stand here today, gazing upon the imposing facade of the chateau, we are left with more questions than answers. The chateau, like a sphinx guarding its riddles, remains silent, its secrets buried deep within its ancient stones. But the whispers persist, carried on the wind, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved. The chateau's grip on power extends far beyond its desolate grounds, its tendrils reaching into the heart of French society. The very families whose names grace museums and adorn history books, whose fortunes built empires and influenced global events, are the keepers of this dark secret. Their involvement, passed down through generations, is not a matter of choice, but of obligation. They are bound to the chateau by blood and by ancient pacts, sworn to protect its secrets and ensure its rituals continue. Once a year, under the cloak of darkness, the descendants converge upon the chateau. They arrive in unmarked vehicles, their faces hidden, protected by loyal retainers. Inside, they shed their facades and assume their birthright. Candles flicker, casting grotesque shadows. These gatherings juxtapose opulence and barbarity. They gather in the depths of the chateau, their footsteps echoing. The rituals, shrouded in secrecy, ensure their continued prosperity. The elite lineage masters deception, using wealth to cultivate an aura of philanthropy. Their names grace institutions, celebrated in media, masking darker activities. This facade diverts scrutiny, ensuring their power remains unchallenged. They manipulate public perception, shielding their secrets with wealth and influence. The rituals performed within the chateau's walls are not without their price. The power the lineage seeks comes at a terrible cost, a truth that weighs heavily on even the most hardened members of their ranks. Over the centuries, countless souls have been sacrificed to fuel the chateau's dark magic, their lives extinguished to sate the insatiable hunger of the ancient entities bound to the estate. The victims are carefully chosen, their disappearances easily explained away, or simply ignored. They are the forgotten, the marginalized, the disposable members of society whose absence is unlikely to be noticed, let alone investigated. The lineage, desensitized by generations of bloodshed, justifies their actions as a necessary evil, a small price to pay for the preservation of their way of life. They convince themselves that they are not monsters, but rather custodians of a legacy that predates them, a responsibility passed down through the ages. But deep down, beneath the layers of wealth, power, and self-deception, they are haunted by the faces of their victims, their screams echoing through the corridors of their opulent mansions. The lineage is trapped in a self-perpetuating cycle of horror. Their every success, every moment of prosperity, tainted by the knowledge of the blood that stains their hands. They are prisoners of their own making, bound to the chateau and its dark legacy by invisible chains, forged from fear and desperation. Section 5. Whispers in high places. Despite the lineage's best efforts, rumors of the chateau and its rituals persist, shared amongst those in the highest echelons of French society. These whispers are treated with fear and morbid fascination. Some dismiss the stories as urban legends, the ramblings of conspiracy theorists. Others know better. They have seen the lineage's influence firsthand and felt the chill of their power. Some secrets are best left buried, some truths too dangerous to unearth. Yet even amongst the most cynical, a flicker of hope remains, a belief that the lineage's reign of terror cannot last forever, that their web of secrecy will one day unravel. There are those both within and outside the lineage who are working to bring the truth to light, driven by a sense of justice, a desire to atone for the sins of their ancestors, or simply a thirst for revenge. These individuals operate in the shadows, gathering evidence, cultivating contacts, and waiting for the right moment to strike. Their task is a dangerous one, fraught with risk at every turn. But they are undeterred, fueled by the belief that the truth, no matter how terrible, must be revealed. The chateau, for all its power and influence, is not invincible. Its foundations are built on a bedrock of lies and deceit, its power maintained through fear and intimidation. And like all structures built on such shaky ground, it is only a matter of time before it crumbles, taking the lineage and their secrets down with it. Deep beneath the chateau lay the Chamber of Whispers, a place forgotten by time, frozen in perpetual darkness. To reach it, one navigated a labyrinth of tunnels, each step echoing with centuries of evil. The air grew heavy with decay and the metallic tang of blood. Even the bravest felt a shiver, a primal instinct to turn back. But the lineage felt only a chilling sense of duty to their pact. The entrance was concealed behind a stone wall, its meaning lost to time. Only those who knew the precise sequence could unlock the passage. Inside, the air grew stagnant, heavy with countless sacrifices. The chamber was a cavernous space, its ceiling lost in darkness. The walls, hewn from rough stone, were bare save for torch. Sconces. In the center lay a circular platform, stained dark with a horrifying patina. This was the altar, the focal point of the chateau's power. As the appointed night fell upon the chateau, the lineage prepared for the ritual. They donned ceremonial robes, their faces hidden behind masks of polished silver. Once robed and masked, they gathered in the antechamber. An elder led the chanting, his voice raspy with age. The air grew thick with incense. The chanting reached a fever pitch. The elder raised a ceremonial dagger. The moment had arrived. There would be blood, as there always was. The pact demanded it. As the chanting reached its crescendo, a young woman was led into the chamber. Her name, her life, her hopes and dreams were of no consequence. She was merely a vessel, a conduit through which the lineage sought to channel the chateau's power. Her eyes, wide with terror, darted around the chamber, taking in the masked figures, the flickering shadows, the oppressive weight of centuries of evil that seemed to press down upon her. She had been chosen carefully, her life deemed expendable, her disappearance easily explained away. A missing persons report filed, a few perfunctory inquiries made, and then silence. The world, callous and indifferent, would move on, none the wiser to the horrors that unfolded beneath the chateau's uncaring gaze. The woman stumbled, her bare feet slipping on the cold stone floor. One of her captors, his grip like a vice, yanked her upright, forcing her towards the altar. She wanted to scream, to beg for mercy, but terror had stolen her voice, leaving her with only the frantic pounding of her heart against her ribs. She was pushed to her knees on the platform, her body trembling uncontrollably. The elder, his voice a low growl, began to intone in a language she didn't understand but felt deep in the marrow of her bones. The air crackled with energy, the torches flaring brightly as if fueled by an unseen force. The woman closed her eyes, tears streaming down her face. She had resigned herself to her fate, accepting the terrible truth that her life, so full of promise only hours ago, was about to end in this cold, dark place. Section 4. The Unveiling of Power. The ceremonial dagger glinted in the flickering torchlight. The elder raised it high above his head. The chanting stopped abruptly, silence profound. The woman opened her eyes, locking with the masked figure. Time seemed to stand still. The air crackled with anticipation. The elder brought the dagger down swiftly. A collective gasp echoed as the blade pierced flesh. The air filled with the coppery tang of blood. But something was different this time. As the blood spilled, a low hum resonated. The torches flared, flames turning green. The air crackled with energy, invisible tendrils reaching out. The elder, eyes wide with fear and awe, lowered the dagger. He had never witnessed anything like this. The power, usually subtle, was now a roaring torrent. The pact had been answered, but the price was unfathomable. Section 5. Echoes of Screams. The chamber, once a place of ritual, was now a maelstrom of energy. The stone walls vibrated, the air shimmering with colors. Masked figures stumbled backward, eyes wide with fear. The woman on the altar was bathed in an ethereal glow. Her wounds were closing, the blood flow stopping. Her chest rose and fell steadily. She was alive. But something was terribly wrong. Her eyes now burned with a cold, calculating intelligence. Her lips curled into a cruel smile. She rose, her movements fluid, surrounded by swirling energy. The chamber echoed with a symphony of ancient, powerful voices. The pact had been answered, but not as intended. They sought power, immortality, a way to cheat death. Instead, they unleashed an ancient terror, imprisoned for centuries. The chateau became a gateway to unimaginable horror. The lineage, once masters, were now mere puppets. Section 1. The Unanswered Riddle. The chateau still stands, a silent sentinel overlooking the French countryside. Its facade, weathered by time and shrouded in shadow, whispers a chilling tale of ambition, madness, and the seductive allure of forbidden knowledge. The truth about what transpired within its walls remains elusive, a puzzle box of half-truths and tantalizing clues. The vanished village, the mad painter, the obsessed collector, the whispers from the asylum, the missing journalist. Their stories intertwine like threads in a tapestry, woven from darkness and despair. Each tale, a chilling reminder of the price exacted by the chateau. The lineage, once so powerful, has retreated into the shadows. Their grip on power weakened, their ranks thinned by fear and paranoia. The whispers in high places have grown louder, fueled by a growing sense of unease, a realization that the forces unleashed within the chateau's depths cannot be contained, cannot be controlled. The pact, forged in blood and desperation, has spun out of their control, the price of their ambition far exceeding anything they could have imagined. The chateau, once a symbol of their power, is now their prison, a constant reminder of their folly, their legacy forever tainted by the horrors they have unleashed upon the world. We are left to ponder the unanswered riddles. What ancient entities were awakened within the chateau's depths? What became of the lineage and their terrible secret? Does the chateau still hold its power? Or has its darkness seeped out into the world, poisoning the very fabric of reality? Section 2. A haunting reminder. The chateau stands as a haunting reminder that some doors are best left unopened, some secrets better left buried. It is a testament to the darkness that lurks at the edges of human understanding, the seductive whisper of power that can corrupt even the purest soul. The French countryside, for all its beauty and tranquility, holds within its heart a place where reason fails, where logic crumbles in the face of the inexplicable. The chateau, forever linked to the whispers of the forgotten, serves as a warning to those who would seek to unravel its mysteries. The truth, it seems, is a double-edged sword, capable of illuminating as easily as it can destroy. And while the answers we seek may lie hidden within the chateau's depths, perhaps it is better to heed the warnings whispered on the wind, to let sleeping dogs lie, lest we awaken a darkness we cannot hope to comprehend. But the chateau's secrets, like all secrets, have a way of surfacing, of bubbling up from the depths, demanding to be heard. The echoes of screams still resonate through the halls, a chilling reminder of the sacrifices made, the price of power paid in full. And as the years turn into decades, and the decades into centuries, the chateau will continue to cast its shadow, a silent guardian of its dark legacy, a haunting reminder of the horrors that man inflicts upon himself in the name of ambition, power, and the desperate, futile pursuit of immortality. In a shadowy underworld of crime, where the ordinary meets the extraordinary, you've been journeying with me, Jason King. We've dissected the minds of some of the most notorious serial killers, peeling back the layers of their darkest secrets. Every shadowy corner we've turned, every chilling confession we've analyzed, has been a step deeper into the abyss. But remember, the abyss also gazes back. So, brace yourself as we prepare to dive even deeper. Next time, we'll unravel a tale so twisted it will make your spine tingle with anticipation. An enigma so intricate it will have you questioning everything you thought you knew. Until then, keep your eyes open and your mind sharp. This is Jason King, signing off.